Hi everybody, my name's Sean. I'm Fire of Life 2018. Today we're going to play Baldur's Gate 3. It's part of our series where we are playing all of the Steam games that I already own in my library for at least an hour. Hi, Editor Sean here. While watching this, I decided to make this a should you buy this type video and came up with a ranking system that I will reveal at the end of this game that I will use to rank all of my future games and maybe even go back and do some of the old ones that I have played already on the stream in the same series challenge, which this one was requested by one of my favorite viewers in chat, Mr. HK. This is for you. If you don't know what Baldur's Gate 3 is, it's basically Dungeons and Dragons computerized. Like, this is the newest version of a Dungeons and Dragons type game. If you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, it's a role-playing game where like you and your friends sit around and become different people for with a set of rules, but they're kind of loose. Like this, they're world rules. Like, you know, we all have rules in our own world, and Baldur's Gate 3 just giving us a computerized summary of those rules. So you start off a new game by creating a new character, balanced tactician, honor, a fraught with deadly campaign awaits limited single save file, and custom. I kind of want to play a customized game because I have never done that. And I didn't know what my options were, so I thought this was a great way to tell you guys of things you might get into to the game. Because the rules are kind of complex, but you can learn as you go along with this game. Like, I would say that if you really wanted to get into streaming, into playing D&D, this is a good way to do so. So like single save just means like Iron Man mode. This is how much how much your aggression is. You can definitely make them friendly characters will be stronger and harder to kill in combat. Oh, so it's not really yours. It's your around you. Enemies, additional combat mechanics, proficiency bonuses. That increases that makes them stronger overall. Trade price makes it stuff with less gold. Always prompt reactions, whether they can take it. Like you can set this up to where it gives you the option to take a reaction, or it just happens. Most of the time, if they are able to take a reaction hit and can, I just let them, so I don't worry about having that on the screen. The rest of this is passive rolls, prevail. Like those are fun, so you don't know that you missed it. So I like to do that. I don't want them to know. I don't want to know that I walked by something and failed a perception check, so I didn't see it. That seems like cheating to me. Like, I failed that perception check, so I shouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so custom mode, start the game. I wish you could just start as a character party in the world. Have to go through this whole initial cutscene. But here you go, initial cutscene. In case it's what you're into. Initial cutscenes. Oh Lord, help us all. This is the closest thing. You're squeamish. Squeam warning. Squeamish, don't watch this next bit. Surprise. Ugh. Ugh. It's just so visceral. Ugh. Ugh. They made that so gross. They made that so gross. So gross.
Who are you?
Welcome back. This is not your first adventure. Tutorials have already seen will not be over again. If you would like to see them again, you can reset tutorial. I will. So you have lots of options here. You can play as one of the original characters. This I didn't know.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Is there a way to edit what she looks like? No, but you can just make a custom one. And I kind of like playing clerics. There. We can pick each one of these. Be an elf? Tiefling? Bow? And the hair. Githyanki? Dwarf? High elf? Halfling? Gnome? Dragonborn? Or the half-orc? That's a really good question, and it begs to differ. Like, they each have different bonuses. Like the half-orc gives you relentless endurance, which you regain 1 hit point down, which is help you get down to a lot in this game. When you land a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, you get extra dice of weapon damage. I'm kind of feeling being like a fighter this time. It's really feeling on Fire of Life 2018. Just in case you didn't know who you're watching. Fire of Life 20. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Oh wait, I'm definitely not done. Hold up. Definitely not done. Because we're going to change our class. Classes are super important in this game. Let's start at the top. A barbarian, the strong embrace the wild that hides inside, keen instincts, primarily physical and most all unbridled, unquenchable rage. Bards know music is more than idle fancy, it's power. Through study and adventure, these traveling troubadours master songs, speech, and cantrips within. So they start off Vicious Mockery and Blade Ward. It's Healing Despondent Whispers. It's Laughter, Heroism, and Bardic Inspiration. Cleric. Clerics represent representatives of gods they worship, wielding potent divine magic for good or ill. Druids can transport. Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and snare a deep kinship with animals. Mystery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the world. Fighters have mastered the art of combat, wielding weapons with unmatched skill and wearing armor like a second skin. A monk. Some reach enlightenment by languid meditation, others do so in the heart of battles. Monks manipulate ki to empower their own strikes and debilitate their foes. I like a monk. My first playthrough I did was Paladin. Paladin's my favorite class. A promise made so deeply that it becomes divine itself flows through the paladin, burning bright enough to inspire allies and smite foes. Never played a ranger. They're unrivaled scouts and trackers honing deep connection with nature in order to hunt their favorite birds. They wield stealth skill and uncanny reflexes. Rogue's versatility lets them gain the upper hand in almost any situation. Sorcerers are natural spellcasters drawing their inherent magic from a gift or bloodline. Bound by a pact to all non-powerful Patreon warlocks, trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magics. And a wizard. Masters of the arcane, specializing in individual schools of magic by combining ancient spells with modern research. So you're really thinking about like who you want to play in your party, because you're like, you can change your class, you can multi-class. I'm thinking I'm gonna play Barbarian or Fighter or Barbarian because I've picked a larger orc and I like to smash things. So. I feel, yes. This is gonna make some of the sex scenes awkward. Just saying. This is a very graphic game, if you're getting into that, by the way. So, that's indeed a thing. The Barbarian actions get to rage. They deal 2 extra damage with melee and improvised weapons and throwing. While not wearing armor, add your Constitution modifier to your armor class. So that one I'm not a huge fan. I like getting fancy armor. This one has healing built in, which I also enjoy. This one gives defense, which gives +1 to armor class. It gives +2 to ranged weapons attacks. This one can carry a shield in your free hand and gain its bonus. Great weapon fighting. Roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die and attack with a 2-handed weapon. That die is rerolled once. When you have a shield, impose disadvantage and attack against your allies. When you are within 1.5 meters, you must be able to see the attacker. That's a pretty good. 2 weapon fighting. Make an attack with your offhand weapon. Agility fire. I think we're gonna do it instead. Background class we're gonna change because this gives him like a +1 to checks. This is a +2 to it gives him +3 to insights and +2 to religion. Charlatan gives you deception and sleight of hand. This gives you deception and strength. Gives you acrobatics and performance. This gives you animal handling and survival. Gives you sight and persuasion. This gives you history and persuasion. This gives you athletics and survival. This gives you arcana and history. This gives you athletics and intimidation. This gives you sleight of hand itself. I think I like guild artisan. Gives you insight and persuasion. Your skills, in particular craft, has earned you a membership in a mercantile guild, offering privileges and protection where art. Preparing and discovering rare crafts will bring inspiration. Okay. And then we have ability points that we can change. It looks like they gave the +2 button to strength. This one to constitution. My charisma is awful. I might put it there. Constitution 15. That was just awful. I guess I'm an orc, so it's. You want to stay and work? That one's prettier. At least traditionally so to me. It's a real. Need to pick that as the. Oh, there's more body types. Choices. I think it's gonna be. It gives me a weaponsy proficiency with spears, pikes, halberds, slay, armor proficiency. saving throws against being charmed. That's good. And dark vision. I think this looks like a win. Also, why is that? High elf. What's that one? Oh, because we got this because we changed the races. The elf, he gets faster move. It's dancing lines as opposed to the fireball. I feel like fireball's a pretty good spell, especially if you just need a little bit of range. Like it won't ever do anything crazy, but sometimes it's really nice to get the extra hit across the room. Just not quite in range. Having one range spell that just smacks somebody in the face is always nice. Oh well, our name is custom. I should have left it custom. Obviously gonna do the same. The dark version. Us. Picking your champ, like, that might be up to you on your first playthrough. I would spend a little more time picking your champion, but we've already wasted enough time to see the character. Because I mean, like, your character, he matters. You see a lot of him, but I already knew. Like, this is the body type I like. We're good. Let's kill him. I got some good cutscenes. Way to build the tension. Crazy. Wow, at least he was gonna fall in water anyway. Alright, that seems kinda dangerous. Oh, in a world of magic and dragons. Holy magic and dragons. Dum 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 dum. Super deep. pillars are still to this day. Somebody in the comments can probably tell what those 3 pillars symbolize. Baldur's Gate 3. I feel like there's probably, hey, afternoon. What's up, Silver? How's it going? We're recording for the YubTubs and streaming. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3 before?
Never wanted the easy path. Here we go.
These things regenerate you, but don't need to be regenerated. I guess it is best to get through. I am normally one of these people. Everybody and everything. For the sake of the playthrough, probably not for the first hour.
Victory awaits.
Hit escape, it brings up a menu where you invite friends. And they can just play like at the time, or you can just play it.
It is an opportunity.
This game
You could
is. I don't
cripple
like
the
squirming.
strange
You probably
creature,
shouldn't play this
making it
game.
more
Oh snap! Eeks. Well, so that was Baldur's Gate 3 in a nutshell. It's 236 hours. Hi, Editor Sean here. As promised, I have returned. Replayability is how many times or hours you play this, and this game is for that. Baldur's Gate 3 has so many possibilities and choices and endless rooms. Like the game is, you could easily sink the next year of your life into it and not play every single solitary option there is to play in the game. So 10 out of 10, it gets replayability. On the story level, as like how rich the story is, like a game like Final Fantasy gets a 10 out of 10 for me, so does this one. So many options and so many replayabilities, there's a lot of story to read and a lot of storyline to explore. So definitely 10 out of 10. The Squeam factor, if there's a Squeam warning on this one, so at least a 5 out of 5 for me. But there's so many gory games out there. This one is not that gory. It's just kind of realistic, and life is often gory. It's a multiplayer for sure. I haven't actually had the opportunity to play as a multiplayer, but as discussed in this stream, one of the streamer friends has played this many times and rates it highly in the multiplayer category, so 10 out of 10 on that one too. Graphic quality, the graphics in this game are spectacular, so have a good machine to run it, because mine is pretty good, and it struggles. So, well worth the money, well worth the buy. 100%, 10 out of 10. Well done. Well done. In this game, so I assume it's worth the money. It was like $60 when I bought it, but it might be cheaper now. The next game in the series is going to be Hearts of Iron 4. We've already played EU4, we've already played Factorio, we've already played Stellaris, we've already played Civilization, we've already played Hearthlands, RimWorld, Humankind, Civilization, Slay the Spire. We've played tons of games in this series, and there'll certainly be a link probably here, like here-ish. So don't forget to like and subscribe and follow. If you've watched it all the way to the end, then thank you so much. Don't forget to put something in the comments to help support. And I hope the live stream over on the YouTube has helped out a great deal there too. So thank you so much, and we'll see you the next time, YouTube.